Don't let time run out. These are the final days of Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. Don't miss your chance to save thousands during our biggest sale of the year and get clearance pricing on a huge selection of new Hondas. Hurry in now before time runs out at Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Live News Now. Today's top headlines. I had to read that.
Good morning.
I'm sorry.
That was a great intro.
Going back to my Mr. Voice Guy.
We made it. It's
Mr.
Friday.
Voice Guy, Dave.
Yeah. Good morning.
Thank
Welcome
God,
to it.
by the way.
Yeah, it's been a week. It has been, as Matt said, it's been a month this week.
When we were remembering Martin Luther King Jr. on Monday, I didn't think Friday would ever get here. And now Monday seems like forever ago.
You know what's ironic about that? How many times has Johnny joked about a snow day in the last couple of months?
How you doing?
Yeah, I ain't going to do that again.
How many snow days did we get?
Yeah,
No,
I ain't going to do that again.
He just said, I'm never doing that again.
No, I didn't say, well, maybe not never.
Okay.
See,
But it's,
exactly.
it's so raw right
You
now.
did it though. It was
Still
last
traumatized.
Tuesday, and you jumped in, you said it, and then boom, that triggered everything. So, very, very nicely done.
Steve still hasn't whacked your
I
head,
had to
has
come
he?
to work as you all did,
You did?
in this.
Yes.
Or some of them stayed downtown, and
Yeah.
our station put you up. They don't want you driving.
Yeah.
Kudos to our management for getting hotels and things like that.
They always do. They
Cots
do.
and
Help everybody out.
things down here.
It was
but,
our hurricane
Lots
plan.
of food too.
Oh,
Now they
yes.
got to stop the food.
That's it.
They got to stop the food.
No,
It was
they don't.
actually
Keep
kind
going.
of more taxing than the normal hurricane plan. Usually we're
We
in,
don't
we're
know
out.
how to handle around this, right?
And
It was
the
the road
driving.
situation was
Correct.
crazy, you know?
It's
Yeah.
still an issue today.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
we've got a major interstate still closed this
Yep.
morning.
Yeah, 110, huh?
Yeah.
Well, and then the Bonacari's still closed,
Right.
and
Yep.
now they closed the 4-mile bridge, so Laplace, going to Laplace is an issue on I-10. But they told me yesterday, they said, here's why we opened the basin before the Bonacari. Because if they can get interstate commerce through and across the river in Baton Rouge, then they can send them up Airline Highway and continue the routes.
Right.
So that would make sense that the Bonacari would last. But man, you got a flight out of Armstrong for the weekend or a business trip.
Yeah.
You're going, oh, thanks a lot.
Well, yeah, you're kind of, I mean, look, you always see the signs like bridge ice before for a reason. Obviously, you know, the overpass. And Louisiana has 4 of the longest bridges in the entire country over water when you talk about the basin or the Bonacari or the Twins or the 4-mile. This is a
Causeway.
The Causeway.
30-mile bridge.
Exactly. So, yeah, that's going to be a bit of a problem. I mean, how much ice you got to throw down to get, or ice, you don't want ice. How much salt or sand you got to throw down there to get this thing's working again. It's a little different.
You really do. And actually, I came across the basin today on I-10. I was rooting for you yesterday because I kept checking it at 3 p.m., at 4 p.m. yesterday. It was still closed.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm going to have to 190 it up. It opened, and it looked good this morning. You could see, though, and the one thing, the shoulder is still covered, so there's not much of a shoulder. Hopefully, that's not going to be a big deal, but the road itself is good.
I tell you,
And
they've
that
been
north
working
and
hard.
southbound, when you get the punch train closed, people go to Slidell and take the twin spans. They're closed. So you go the other direction and take I-55 out of Hammond.
yeah.
It's closed.
Yep.
So
How was
you know,
49?
49 the other day was a nightmare.
There you go. I knew the answer.
So what they did was they hired crews from Arkansas because you assume they handle these things. No, they did a really bad job. And I heard through the grapevine they're probably not going to hire them again when this happens. Although I don't know when
this particular set, because we did have a lot of folks from Arkansas here that really bailed
they
us
blew
out
it out
down
of
here.
the water.
Yeah, the one in Lafayette, and with 49 it was treacherous. They opened it. They should not have.
Really?
It was one of the scariest drives.
This was Wednesday.
This was Wednesday.
The day
yes.
after the major
and it was one
freeze.
of the scariest drives I ever did.
So when you get off of 190 in Opelousas and you take 49 south toward Lafayette,
Yes.
where do you get off at? You don't go across 10, do you?
No, because I'm north of that.
Got it.
But still, from Opelousas down to Lafayette, it was hard.
Crazy,
They shouldn't have opened
Were
it.
there a lot of people trying to go that way too?
Yeah, and I
West?
saw a jackknife tractor trailer after another,
Yeah.
and it was just an absolute mess.
Man,
Ironically, the farther north you went on 49, the better it got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Just
something?
the opposite usually.
Yeah.
Well, it's the path that we were talking about it. It really was, it's the 2025 Gulf Coast storm, but it really did follow that 10-12 corridor in our part of the world, and then followed 10 all the way
Sure
along.
did.
All
And
the
so
way.
you get a little bit north of that, and it got a little better.
Yeah, it did. It's like,
Crazy.
you know what? Let's get New Orleans while we have it.
Right,
I mean,
while we're here.
still, I can't. The New Orleans stuff is wild. I mean,
I
10
know.
inches of snow,
Skating
people playing
on Canal.
ice hockey
Yes.
on Canal Street.
Yes.
Although I'm going to say this because I didn't say it the other day.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say this, but remember we were showing the
He's about to.
we were showing the snowball fight on Bourbon Street, and this is what I wanted to say. I wouldn't be picking up snowballs off Bourbon Street.
I think you should say that, Jared.
And it bothered me that no one else was bothered by it. That's the first place my brain went to. Oh, you want to pick snowballs off of that? You better not throw it my way.
It's not going to look yellow, but yes.
It's going to be something. It might be. It could be a few colors. I'm going to tell you that right now. I would have been I would have been like my man in Lafayette. I would have been heated. I'm coming after you.
Oh my gosh, there goes a couple of crystal burgers.
You don't want to pick anything off of Bourbon Street. Anything.
There are a couple of great YouTube videos, very highly produced, that are very. They're gorgeous videos.
The
music and the snow.
And the drone.
Look those up because that's a story.
So many Christmas cards will come out of all of the family snow day photos that we've seen over the last week. So many of you sending them into 9 Reports. We're going to talk about all of that.
We could have taken some if we wouldn't be in this building.
Well, we were working.
We wanted to be here for you, though.
Exactly
a lot of
right.
snowmen.
Part of the gig. We loved actually being a part of it and telling your stories. The story now, Jared. We've got one more cold night, one more cold morning. Not crazy, but then we begin to warm up and maybe enjoy scenes like this a bit more.
Yeah, we really do. And the weekend is looking good for the most part. And that's a pretty good looking shot right there, where most of us, at least along the I-10, are waking up slightly above freezing. So that really did help things out. There you see the Baton Rouge temperature at 35, and our low temperature kind of leveled off right in that area. So that really helped us out. Also for the roads. So when you drive through it, you feel just a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more confident. We made it into the lower 50s for high temperatures yesterday. We're expected to be at that mark once again for today. So as Matt mentioned, one more freeze. That's going to be tonight going into early tomorrow morning. And that's it. We're done with it for the remainder of the 10-day. Getting warmer through the weekend. We got a couple of showers on Sunday. I don't think it's going to be enough to spoil your day. Saturday is the drier day of the two if you're planning. And in the extended, it's kind of one of those wishy-washy forecasts where Monday through Friday and beyond, we have at least a limited chance of rain every single day going forward. Temperature-wise, we do have a light freeze in Macomb. No surprise there. 32 Bogalusa and Hammond also. 37 in Gonzales. Not bad. A lot better than where we've been over the past few days. A lot of the green on your screen evaporating before hitting the ground. But the key thing right here is this little cloud deck. Now, it's going to move through, and very quickly we're going to become mostly sunny. But I really think this little batch of clouds right here, I really think that helped us out. It served to keep the temperatures up a little bit. It pumped up the dew points a little. And as those dew points come up, so do the temperatures. And look at that. That tells us right there that we're going to be done with the freezes for the remainder of the extended once we get through this next night. So we're going to show it right here on the graph. The graph's going to take us up to right around 50. And yeah, we should make our way to the low 50s for highs. And then here's that one more freeze that we're going to get early Saturday morning. But that's okay. We're going to quickly warm up Saturday and Sunday. We're right back to the 60s. We'll take that. So then we want to talk about this next chance of rain. It's not today or tomorrow, so that's cool. And then as we get to Sunday, once again, if you have outdoor plans on Sunday, I wouldn't cancel them because of this. It's a couple of light showers. The models show a lot of it skirting up and around Baton Rouge. And then finally, we're going to get a weak frontal system in here, and that should drive that rain right through the area going into Monday. But it doesn't look like anything taxing. Now, as I mentioned before, we're going to have a chance of rain Monday through Friday each of those days. So when you take them all up and you add them all together, it adds up to this, a pretty decent amount of rain. But it's going to be stretched out over 7 days, 1 to 2 inches here, 2 to 3 the farther you go up to the north, and 1 inch down to the south. Of course, that's all in the form of rain. No more snow in this 10-day forecast. And then you see we're going to become mostly sunny for today. We'll go up to around the same high that we had yesterday. And then for tonight, we're calling upper 20s. Might not even go that far, but just continue protecting the peas for at least one more night. But then it's done in the 10-day forecast, and then we continue on this warming trend. So much so, we'll find ourselves in the 70s, the midpoint of next week. And at the very end of the 10-day, Groundhog Day, February 2nd, 7-11. Thank God it's Friday, right, Johnny?
Thank God it's Friday. Yeah, we need to do a little Friday morning dance party off the air here in the studio. We'll do that.
Or on the air.
Our problem on 110 northbound, number 1, is still closed. They will open that today. Don't know exactly what time. You're forcing you off at Government Street, and right before the Government Street off-ramp, we have a crash with an overturned vehicle. The good news is we talked to City Police, BRPD, working that crash, but the EMS was not dispatched to this location, and that usually, not always, but usually is good news on that driver. Hopefully they're okay. There's your backup. It is a minimal backup right from the 10110 to the Government Street off-ramp, and there you go. So overturned vehicle, 110 northbound, right lane blocked right before Government Street. By the way, all of this is some snow from accumulations on the side of the road that was disrupted during that flip over. 7:12, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Hey, real quick before you get going, coming to the other side of the deep freeze, right? But now we got to worry about some boil water advisories, actually in a few different areas of parishes.
So have a look here. East Feliciana, Ascension, Assumption, Iberville, and St. James. All of the public works and utilities departments asking you to boil your water until they say otherwise.
Yeah, we'll keep you in the know there. Hey, speaking of keeping folks in the know, expecting Mayor President Sid Edwards to step to the microphone today, talk a little bit about what Baton Rouge, how it weathered the storm, if officials have any kind of concerns. 10:45 this morning, we expect the update. Of course, we'll bring you the very latest.
Are we expecting any concerns with the upcoming crawfish season? That's what Matt Venezio is live at Tony's Seafood talking about this morning. We're anticipated to actually have a somewhat decent season.
It's not like the drought that just absolutely killed last season. This is very different.
And that was bad last season.
awful.
Oh, the prices were,
Because
they were
of that.
outrageous.
And they're
Rare
small.
and but they're hibernating right now, as they
That's
talk
it.
about. They're deep in the mud. They're hibernating in the mud.
I'm so ready for crawfish.
I know.
Me too.
Warm
Think
weather.
about that hot, warm plate just being poured out onto that table. You've got
you're
the
killing me.
soft, you've got the beer, you've got all the fix. You're ready to
Killing me,
go.
Smalls.
It's coming. It's coming. Just dream about it, folks. We are almost there.
Just that's all I'm seeing right now. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Let it soak in.
All right, back to reality.
Yes.
Still got some time to go.
I
And we're
reject
thawing
your
out no
reality and
jets.
substitute my own.
I like that we all thought he was going to say something.
It's the final countdown for Toyotathon at Team Toyota. Don't miss your chance to get year-end savings on new 24 and 25 Tundras with 2.99% financing, or a new 25 Camry for just $329 a month. Hurry in and save at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.